Hi guys, today I'll be sharing why you should build a network and I'll show you how I am doing it. I shared what's working with me in this video. This was 10 days ago and then it just hit me like why am I not building a lot of sites myself, right? So as you can see, this is the growth of the sites which were shared here. The URLs are shared as well and they are still growing. Check this out, it's getting 140 clicks a day. This other one is getting 81, 87 clicks a day now. So what's working? You can check that out right now in this video. I have basically shared my strategy for the content and these are all fresh domains. I did not build any links on these. We should not go for the debate here. Are links important for SEO? They definitely are. I think my sites would be doing a lot better if I built some links, but it's just that I'm too lazy to manage all the links and set up outreach campaign for each site. It's a lot of work and I could go and buy a lot of links as well, but I'm always focused on auto blogging. I try to add more features and so on. What am I doing right now? As you can see, this is the dashboard of auto blogging. This is the test panel because I'm not trying to build a lot of sites in the main dashboard because I do not want to take up all the resources for myself. So anyway, this is a test panel and I keep on testing new features here like the repush to WordPress option. This you would not find it in the dashboard. I'll be introducing this very soon. The next part is all these sites. They are all fresh sites. They have 800 articles, 700 articles, so on. Articles on them. There are a lot of pending articles as well. Like example, this natureremedy.guide.com. It has 154 articles in pending state. Greenpoweradept.com. Now all these sites are in different niche and they were all decided by ChatGPT. What are the issues when you start generating articles or when you start setting up a new site? First of all, you need to go for domain registration. The next part is hosting the site on some shared panel or some shared hosting or your own hosting. The next part is setting it up so that it works with auto blogging and even auto linking. Let me just go to the dashboard. Now, this is the dashboard of my site. Now, if you see all these plugins which are necessary for my own sites, RankMath SEO, WP Rocket, WP Code Lite, and so on, all these are necessary plugins that I need. And there are a bunch of auto blogging plugins like auto blogging paragraph fixer, which is required if you are doing internal linking later on. It actually helps in creating more links. The next is the auto blogging importer. So I can simply download the CSV file from here if it fails to be published automatically. The next is auto linking importer. Same again, it's automated, but if something fails, I can import the updated articles right away. The next is classic editor. I do not like Gutenberg at all. Classic widgets, disable comments, JSON based. So this is required for WP Autopost to work from inside auto blogging. RankMath SEO. Now this is, I'll come back to it why it's disabled right now. The next is table of content plus. It creates a bunch of internal links for your own article, which is good. WP Rocket is the cache plugin that I use, and WP Code Lite is another plugin which I use to add snippets and etc. This installation, it used to be manual, right? You need to first install the WordPress and then remove the default plugins and install the ones that you want. This would take maybe 10-15 minutes again of your time. But this is all automated right now for me. The next part, what comes is the content creation. So we have created Autoblogging's API. Now, if you are interested in that, we have some slots open and you can simply reach out to me if you want access to it. So what we did was using Autoblogging's, checking out what has worked before for all these sites. We have created a lot of topical maps based on that. What are the topical maps that we are talking about now? These are all FAQ questions, as you can see, like FAQs and so on. So what we have done is categories. Now all these categories, like, they are a part of do-it-yourself cleaning part, cleaning tips and tricks, eco-friendly ingredients, essential oils for cleaning, FAQs, homemade cleaner recipes, safety and storage. Now I'm not building out 20 or 30 different categories that covers the do-it-yourself category entirely. I'm just focused on DIY cleaning part. Now why a specific category and only 5 or 6 subcategories inside them? Now if you see adaptinslides.com, which is doing quite well, and even pptassist.com or bunny.com, these sites are doing quite well. There's just 5 or 6 categories on the entire site. There are FAQs. Again, FAQs are important because those keywords will be the one which will be bringing in traffic for your site. The next is mobile, Android. So all these are shortcuts that are for Google Slides. shortcuts again for Chrome OS, Mac, and Windows. And there are some tips. So I just added the tips category so that there are some images out there. That's it. So just 5 or 6 categories are enough for this site. Even when they come to PPT or say shortcuts for all these platforms and solve, which is the FAQs. That's it. Even Bunny Eat again. I've added news content here. I'll come back to it. Again, diet, which is basically FAQs. Can Bunny read that? Can Bunny read XYZ stuff? Now, this is what brings in traffic mainly for this site. Again, the FAQ section. And the informative content is breeds, rabbits as pets, large size, medium size, small size. So, this is the information gain that Google has when it comes to your site instead of just finding some question keywords which are solved. Coming to the news part, Autoblogging has a news mode which will basically go and search for rabbits keyword on the internet every day, and it will pick up some news, and then it will read out 5 or 6 different articles based on that news, and it will create its own news. Now these are all factual references, and it will also try to create some internal links because I added those settings in the news mode. You can do that as well. If you go here, news bulk generate, you can add some camping name keyword here, rabbits, and here are the internal links, and you need to maintain this format like bunny.com and the anchor text together. You can add up to 10 links. You can simply set it up once and forget about it. Now, Autoblogging's own news section is powered by this news mode. You check it out. All these news article 14 hours ago, 2 days ago, ex OpenAI staff, Claude, ChatGPT, Anthropic, and so on. So all these news articles are being filled out. It also tries to add an internal link to the homepage. Now this is all automated. I did not fact check it, but you should. I'm too lazy that way. And yeah, coming back to the sites again. So we have the topical maps figured out. We have the post, which is then built using the topical map, and the titles are basically generated by ChatGPT or OpenAI in the backend, and all these articles are generated. Now, what's changed? If you check out the bulk generate option, we have added 2 options here: AI proofreading and intense optimized articles. Now, coming to the intense article optimizer, in which you can paste in any article in HTML format, and you can paste in like maybe 100 different keywords that you want to insert and add some article title or identifier. So then the tool will try to add all those keywords inside your article, and it will basically intensely optimize your article. So the normal mode, the quick mode, or the bulk or the godlike mode, it won't usually force insert the keyword because it's so fluffy, right? So this mode will actually try to insert all the keywords. Now this is required because when you go for SERP analysis, it will pick up all keywords and entities from the articles that are ranking in SERPs. And once you enable this option, it will try to now force insert all those keywords and entities inside the article. So the articles are really optimized. This is almost like Surfer or Neuron Writer. And instead of just giving you the entities, this mode is enriching your content with all those terms as well on automation. You can do 1,000 articles in one day with intensely optimized articles. The next is AI proofreading. Now, this is again a new mode inside Autoblogging. Now, suppose if you have an article, you can simply pick up the HTML content again, paste it in here, add your proofreading guidelines, and then it will optimize your article just like your VA does. So this is why this is AI proofreader, because it can work alongside your article generation, and in the end, it will try to optimize your article based on your instructions. For example, what I do for all my sites right now, this is what I use for all these articles that I'm doing. Is fix HTML formatting, check for spelling and grammar errors, use short paragraphs or correct and crisp sentences to improve readability, have a maximum of 2 sentences per paragraph, use everyday language, and so on. Now you can have your own instructions. This is just what I use so that the articles look nice and I do not need to go in and edit the articles again. For example, if this is the list right inside the article, like lavender, tea tree, eucalyptus are known allergens. So these should be like common known allergens are lavender, tea tree, and eucalyptus. But here, common types of protective gear include these 3 items. So this is what has changed, and it adds a nice flow to your article. This is why I use AI proofreading. This saves a lot of time for me. Now, this is how a site looks like till the automation state. Coming to the pages, all these sites will have pages created automatically, which is about us, address, affiliates, and so on. Now, all these will be related to your niche in a way. founded in 2022, EcoClean DIY began, and so on. These are the emails. All these pages are important. This is how I am tracking all the sites and what is being done on them. Now, these are all the niches that I have figured out. These are the domains. This is the date they were added, like from 25th to 28th. I have launched 15 sites, and I'm learning and improving a bunch of stuff in the middle of it. So, like maybe a day or two later, I'll start pumping out 10 sites a day. For example, plantsweettreats.com. If you go to the site, now this is how a site looks like when I'm done with the design and stuff. And this is how a site looks like when it's new. Like this is basically done on automation till here with the pages created, and I just need to create menus. Now this takes me maybe like 15 minutes because what I do is I simply go to brandcrowd.com for the logo part. For example, if you are doing for DIY natural cleaning products, I'll simply do this. This is how you can get a logo very quickly, and you can pick up anything, and you can simply use remove.bg to remove the background, make it transparent, and upload it on the site. The images are taken care like that. The next is internal links. So once the articles are done, I'll process the internal links using auto linking. And once the internal linking is done, you need to proceed with the rank match setup. So simply set up rank match plugin, install the sitemap. Next is add the site to Search Console and Bing. So you can simply add it to Search Console and then import from your Search Console account inside Bing. The next is I like it because what MediaWine Grow does is it will start collecting emails for your site. For example, if you go to the Lean Plated site and if you scroll down, it will show you these pop-ups to subscribe to Lean Plated. Now, these are great for collecting email leads. What I did not know was it worked for sites like exceledit.com as well. So this site has ads from MediaWine and it collects all these emails. Now, if I go to the subscribe setting, it has collected 42 new emails for me. This site has been live since 2 years and I never did that. So this was quite surprising. Like people are going and filling all their emails and stuff and subscribing to the mail list. I have not yet started emailing them, but I believe these lists should be helpful maybe in the future. So it looks good. Even Bunny Eat has 8 subscribers. You can pitch them anything in the future, like maybe Amazon affiliate products and stuff. So anyway, this is why Grow is important. Do install that. Etc is a shady but good monetizing option. If you have a site which is getting like 1,000 clicks a month, but it's not approved on AdSense and it's too small for Ezoic or MediaWine to care about, but you still want to monetize your site, right? So this is what I am using Adsera to monetize my sites from day one. Now I installed this right away because the approvals are like instant and they pay out $100. That's the minimum payout. And I have basically made $434 maybe in a couple of months and 350 have been paid out. I still have $83 here. So this is what I do to monetize my sites from the get-go, like from starting itself. And you can apply for AdSense. So once the sites will be approved for AdSense, I'll basically remove AdSense and just stick to AdSense so that they are monetized. But initially, I do not want to lose on any money at all because if I do not install it right now, I know I'll become lazy and won't do it in the future as well. So yeah, as soon as AdSense sends me a mail, okay, this site was approved, I'll simply remove AdSense. That's the goal. In the future, when the sites are getting maybe like 5 to 10K traffic, I'll then apply for MediaWine Journey. So that way it will be just a click away because the sites are already having Grow, right? Now, let me just show you how I'm building out sites. So this is my prompt. What I basically asked ChatGPT is to create some niches for me and it will give me a possible list of domain names as well. What I have built in the backend is it will automatically try to pick domain names which are available from the list of domains and it will go for it. Now, let me just set it up right now. These are the domain names. I'll simply paste it on my other screen. It will basically book that domain. It will then route the domain through Cloudflare. So let me just show you which domain got booked. I simply pasted this on my script and the first one was available. So it booked that domain and now it is being routed through Cloudflare to my server. The next part is it will install WordPress with my settings and if you refresh it, the WordPress is there with my desired plugins and stuff. Let me just log into it. Now, if you go to the pages, the posts are empty. Pages, they are empty right now. Let's just go to the plugins. Now, all my plugins are there. If you go to the themes, only one theme is there which I like. It is WP Cadence. And I have filled out the sheet so that it's easier to manage. Pick up the niche and you will see what's happening in 5, 4, actually right now. So it has first sent the text post so that it knows autoblogging is working for this. Now, if you go to the pages, it has started creating pages about us. Welcome to Pet Treat Craft, which is all about this. So the pages are done. I always create 11 pages on all my sites because 11 is my lucky number. Just kidding. And it has now started creating topical map. If you check this out, like homemade pet treat, that's our niche, right? Homemade pet treat, that's the main category. Baking FAQ, healthy ingredients, no baked treats, storage and preservation, treats for specific pets. Now, it will now start creating article topics for each category and queue them inside Autoblogging. I can see in my logs that it has started lining up articles inside Autoblogging. I just refresh this page. So it has already lined up 37 articles. This is the category name. 37 articles right now. It is coming in and you can see these are all added in pending state. It will be filled out once the articles are generated. So this is how it's working for me as I was doing this particular video for you. I have launched a new site and it's on automation. The designing part takes me like 5 minutes. Internal linking is again automated. Design part 5 minutes. Rank math again 2 minutes. WP Rocket 1 minute. Search Console and Bing another 2 minutes because I just need to add some script tags. Grow and Adsera, again Grow is a WordPress plugin which takes a minute max. Adsera is like just a script and even AdSense is a script that I need to add in the header section. That's it. So overall it takes me maybe 10 or 15 minutes per site and 5 minutes of researching the niches. Overall 15 minutes to launch a new site and it's completely on automation later on. And I just need to sit back and focus on other parts that I can build into autoblogging. So yeah, guys, this is how it works. And hopefully if you want to build a new site, I can do that for you. We have DFY services inside autoblogging. If you want to set up an empire of sites for yourself in your niche, you can reach out to me. And if you're also interested in the API, this is how you can build an empire for yourself with AI proofreading and intensely optimized articles, monetizing the sites from day one using Adsera, followed by AdSense and then Media Wine Journey. And meanwhile, also collecting leads from Grow and WP Rocket is used to make sure your sites load fast. Rank Math helps in SEO. Designing part helps in getting approval for monetization and the site look good, which can in turn help you in getting more links, or you can also sell links from your sites. The next is internal linking, which is again done automatically using auto linking. And that's it. So see you in the next video.